Welcome to Connecticut Style. I'm Teresa LaBarbera. Coming up today, Connecticut native and New York Times bestselling author Luann Rice talks about her newest novel, Little Night. Plus, on Stage 8, the Dalton James Trio performs. We'll tell you how they are connecting with seniors through CareCo Continuum outreach programs. Over to you, Steve.
Oh, I tell you, New Haven is known for its Italian. I mean,
Absolutely.
And we're talking Italian here. The St. Andrew Apostle Italian Festival starts June 21st. Teresa Argento and Chef Frank Calabrese are here to give us a preview. So how you doing? Do people call you Mama Teresa?
No, they just call me Teresa.
What are we going to be cooking today?
I'll pass it on to the chef.
All right, what do you cook today?
Zuppa de mussels.
What is it?
Zuppa de mussels.
Zuppa de mussels, huh?
Yes.
You used to call me that when I hung out at Soundview. All right, if you would, Teresa, could you look at what's that big heart of yours? Tell the folks at home what we'd like them to do.
We want you to sit back and relax.
You're having lunch with style.
Oh.
Summer on the new Riptide Racer at Lake Compounds. Save $10 on a season pass, just $69.99, and get Bring a Buddy Days free. Minutes away off I-84 in Bristol. Hey!
Have you been treating your chronic low back pain with prescription pain medication and experiencing constipation? If so, you may qualify for a research study testing an investigational medication to help treat chronic low back pain and the constipation that may occur when taking prescription pain medications. Qualified participants must be 18 or older, experiencing moderate to severe chronic low back pain for 3 months, and taking a prescription pain medication for at least 4 weeks. All study-related care and medication will be provided at no cost. Call 1-203-528-0411.
He was saying things about Emily and about her daughter.
I want to rip his limbs off because that's how much I love my daughter. Do you have anything to say for yourself? Get out.
The Bachelorette, tonight, 8/7 Central on ABC.
I'm Jonathan Perkins. If a family member has been too badly injured in an accident to come to our office, don't wait until the person is better to talk with us. If you can't come to us, we'll come to you. It's important to document the evidence as soon as possible. Skid marks fade, cars are repaired or destroyed, and witnesses move. Delay is not your friend. Call 1-800-PERKINS or visit our website. Jonathan Perkins Injury Lawyers. Get the power of Perkins.
Connecticut native and New York Times bestselling author Luann Rice tapped into her personal experiences to write her latest novel, Little Night. Luann joins us now on Connecticut Style. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Why don't you set the stage? What's the book all about?
Well, Little Night starts with a crime, and it continues with an unexpected visitor, and it's really about the dark side of sisterly love.
Okay, and let's talk about the main characters.
Well, there are 2 sisters, Claire and Anne Burke, and they are as close as sisters can be when they're children. Anne marries a guy named Frederick, and he kind of takes Anne away from Claire and takes Anne out of herself. They have a daughter named Grit, and the book begins when there's this huge conflagration among the family, and it sort of explodes from there.
Does someone turn on their sister? I mean, I feel like I would just always trust my sister till death.
I know. I feel the same way.
But I guess we'll have to read the book, figure out exactly what's going on.
You know, it's one of those things where a sister was trying to protect her sister, and there was, it didn't work out the way she'd planned.
All right, and we also touched upon the topic of domestic abuse in the book. Why do you think this is so important?
You know, it's so important because it's such a secret. It's such a stigma, and people are ashamed.
No one wants to talk about it.
People don't want to talk about it, and sometimes when it's happening to you, if you don't, especially if there aren't bruises or broken bones, you might not even know that that's what it is.
I mean, this could be verbal abuse too, that people kind of brush aside, but it's not right.
Or emotional and control. And so I very much have this as part of what happens between the sisters, with one sister and her husband, and then the other as an onlooker, and not knowing what to do, how to help, whether to help.
And the book is based in New York. Was there a specific reason why?
I've lived in New York for a while, and there's so much. People don't think of New York as nature, But Claire is a bird lover and a nature blogger, and she goes to Central Park a lot, and I just wanted to set it in sort of the magical and unexpected parts of Central Park.
Now, Lou, this is hot off the presses, right? This is brand new, and it's your 30th novel. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How would you say your writing has changed over the years?
Well, I think, you know, my material is somewhat the same. I always write about families, and but I think that that's because they're so fascinating and rich. But I suppose, you know, getting older, one hopes that there's a little wisdom that accrues or somehow experience, and all of that gets added in, I hope.
Let's talk about the first time you were published, because I think that's a great story.
Oh, thank you. The first time I was published, yeah, I was 11 years old.
So you've really been doing this your whole life?
My whole life. I'm not suited for anything else. It's the only job you can do in your pajamas. And I was published in the Hartford Courant, a poem about Constitution Plaza at Christmas.
Oh, wow. The lights, right? That would
yes,
go on?
Absolutely.
I bet your mother and your family still probably have it, right?
They framed it.
Now, why did you address the relationship between sisters? I mean, it's an important one.
I think, you know, if you are a sister, you know automatically. But if you're not, you know, I think it's just, it's a Shakespearean dynamic. You know, it's like it has everything. It has love and betrayal and, you know, death. It has, you know, so many things, and I think you care about each other so much, and yet the hurt can be so much greater than with anybody else in the world.
I think it's also a unique dynamic because you're closer in age sometimes. That might have something to do with it.
Yes, and I mean, in my case, we shared a bedroom growing up, so we knew each other's secrets. We had a secret language. I mean, one glance at each other and
you
we
would know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Well, where can people find the book?
It's everywhere, hopefully, and your independent local bookstores, or on my website, www.luannrice.com. There are links to buy it.
Very good. The name of the book, again, is Little Night by Luann Rice. Luann, thank you so much for being here. I'm intrigued. I can't wait to read it.
Thank you so much, Teresa.
All right, coming up next, we will give you a preview to the St. Andrews Italian Festival when Connecticut Style returns. Don't go anywhere.
If you have satellite and slow DSL, you've been missing out. With Xfinity On Demand, you get more than just new releases. You get thousands of movies, TV shows, and more. 90% of them are free, and you can stream them all online with lightning-fast speeds. It's your TV and internet working together to bring you the ultimate entertainment experience. Satellite and slow DSL have nothing like this. Call 1-877-342-6509 and switch to Xfinity TV, Internet, and Voice for $89.99 a month for 12 months. Plus, Xfinity is the fastest Internet provider in the nation, according to PC Mag. So don't get left behind with slow DSL. Switch to the Xfinity Triple Play from Comcast for $89.99 a month for 12 months, with Stream Picks included for a year. So if you have satellite and slow DSL, see what you've been missing and make the switch to Xfinity. Call 1-877-342-6509. That's 1-877-342-6509.
A child needs surgery. Connecticut Children's. Connecticut's only hospital exclusively for children, where doctors have insights and experience those with patients of all ages simply do not. Even performing surgeries other hospitals may not be prepared for, like the brain surgery her brother's having. She doesn't quite understand why, so we work to make her better, too. Connecticut Children's, giving children the care they deserve.
Cleveland is filled with Italian history and culture, and it's because of the hard work and dedication of many Italian Americans in the community. The rich history is kept alive. Here to tell us about the annual St. Andrew Apostles Society's Italian Festival is co-chairperson, the real deal, Teresa Argento, and Chef Frank Calabrese. How are you so much?
I'm very good, thank you. Thank you so much for having us.
I think it's wonderful. Frankie, how are you? Thanks a lot for coming in.
Nice.
Frankie, how old are you? Can I ask you that?
I'm going to be 31.
All right, then what was the passion that brought you into cooking?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather?
He was a butcher, and he always cooked every holiday, and what's got me started.
So your grandfather was your role model?
Pretty much.
He's a good boy, huh?
He is.
He's a good boy?
He's wonderful, and we're happy because he joined the club, and he'll be carrying out all this work.
All right, well, why don't you tell us what you're going to cook? Because I got a lot of things to talk about with Teresa here. You tell us what you're going to cook. Folks at home, pay attention, because I don't know if I'll get back to Frankie. Go ahead.
Zuppa de mussels white.
Zuppa, now what is zuppa de, what does that mean?
Soup.
Soup, okay. Zuppa de mussels, white, go ahead. Just tell us what you're making. Tell us how many portions and how you're making it.
Well, I'm going to do about a quarter cup of olive oil to start.
That's nice.
Once the oil starts getting hot, I'm going to brown some garlic.
Okay, all right. Now, is this stuff that, just give us an idea of what you're going to be putting in there so I can make sure, you don't have to do it all right now.
We're going to start off with garlic and oil. Garlic's nice and brown, and we get the mussels out of the
All right,
fridge.
go do your thing. All right, so Teresa, tell us what's going on with this. How many years, first of all, has the festival been around?
The festival has been 112 years.
Now, who started it 112 years ago?
The members of the St. Andrew Apostle Society.
Yeah?
They were so dedicated. Our ties with Amalfi are so close. We're sister cities. Whatever they do in Amalfi, we emulate all the traditions and the customs.
Look at that. Look at that. Is that beautiful? Is that Amalfi?
Amalfi, it has the distinction of having the most beautiful coastline in the world.
Now, do you still have family back there?
I don't have family. All my family immigrated here, but I have countless friends.
So you can get me a deal on a room?
I could. Anytime.
All right, we'll do
Amalfi will welcome you.
Amalfi, well, I like that. I'm leaving now.
Okay.
All right, now tell us what people can find at this year's festival, if you would, Teresa.
They can find, first of all, there will be the ambiance of friends.
Yeah.
You know, when the highway came through, all of the people from Worcester Square were in East Haven, West Haven, whatever. So this is a chance for them to greet friends and to renew acquaintance and to come down. They come down actually for the food.
Now, for the people who haven't been there, Teresa, there's a lot of people that watch this show in Hartford.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of stuff happen. But the Italian Fest in Hartford disappeared. This is like Connecticut's biggest Italian festival.
We're the only festival on Worcester Street.
Oh, and Worcester Street is right there, is the central area.
That's right. It's the central. It is predominantly before used to be strictly 100% Italian. It no longer is. But we Italians still come down to St. Michael's Church, celebrations that they have. We keep the traditions and the customs going.
All right, well, I got to hang on a second because I want to see what this... Now, this dish was actually... It's from Amalfi, right?
That's right.
Tell me the connection with the dish to Amalfi.
They do a lot of seafood in Amalfi. It's right on the coast, on the water.
Okay.
So, I mean, they go right into the ocean, they catch the fish fresh, bring it right back to the restaurant, cook it up right away.
Oh, my God. Now, is this something you make yourself, Teresa?
I do, yeah.
Okay,
I do the fish.
All right, so now, so far, now, go ahead for our people that are making notes at home.
When the mussels start to open slightly, that's when we want to throw in our white wine.
Nice.
They get nice and...
that smells great.
And that smells great.
Smells great already. I'm not even done yet.
Absolutely.
Yeah, after the white wine, we're going to throw a little bit of clam juice in there.
Oh.
Nice little flavor.
You know, my mama Louisa is very Italian, and she's from. Her whole family goes back over there. But and she always is so passionate about cooking. What was the first remembrance that you have of cooking, and who inspired you to cook?
My mother.
Really?
When I got married, I was too busy before. Just involved in organizations, the Italian community. I really didn't know how to boil water. But then I learned, and I think I'm a very good cook now.
Oh, you think you're a very good cook?
Absolutely.
Finally getting it right?
That's it.
How many grandchildren do you have?
I have 4 grandchildren.
Oh, my
wonderful
God.
grandchildren.
And maybe great-grandchildren coming soon?
I hope so soon.
All right. What else? What are some of the people give me a mental picture, if you would, Teresa, of what the atmosphere is like when you go to the festival?
When you go to well, first of all, as I indicated before, we emulate all the traditions and customs that they do in Amalfi. This Sunday we have the blessing of the fleet. They have the regatta, we have the blessing. Thursday night we have a fun parade around Worcester Square. Bishop Uzaza will officiate, opening up the shrine. There will be, his grandfather will be one of the honorees.
Frankie's grandfather is one of the honorees?
One of the honorees to unveil, along with Ann Candela. They will have the honor, and Bishop Uzaza, once that shrine is open and Bishop Uzaza blesses, that will officially open up the feast.
All right, well, I also want to know, I can't let you go until we actually tell people about the miracle. Tell us about the miracle.
The miracle of St. Andrew was passed down by our grandparents, that everyone wanted, the Greeks wanted, the Turks wanted to claim the bones of St. Andrew, which were buried in the Cathedral of St. Andrew.
And that's why
so the story that was passed down to us, the Turkish ships were invading Amalfi, and they outnumbered the Amalfitani ships. So they prayed to St. Andrew, and evidently there was an elderly man on the shores of the Tyrrhenian Sea, and he had a stick. And as he whittled, All the shavings of the stick went into the Tyrrhenian Sea, and it created a tempest. So all of the Turkish ships were all demolished, and so that's why the bones of St. Andrew are still in the Cathedral of St. Andrew in Amalfi. And this is what we celebrate. We celebrate the miracle of St. Andrew.
You know what the real miracle is? The real miracle is you're standing here and he's cooking and I'm having one of the best times I've ever had in my life. You are the best. And the festival is going to be going on the 21st of June. And of course, that's the first day of summer. What better way to celebrate it? If you'd like more information, all you have to do, ready? WTNH.com. Click on Connecticut Style. We always show you the good stuff. And Frankie, you and me and Teresa, we have a little something. And Big Daddy and the rest of the crew, you're welcome to eat it with us in a little bit. Oh, everybody's chomping. It smells so good, just like your kitchen.
That's right. It does. It does. It does.
Hey, listen, good stuff again. Last Friday, we featured Firehouse Friday here on Connecticut Style to benefit the Connecticut Burn Center, right, at Bridgeport Hospital. Now, if you missed any part of it, if you missed a segment featuring the Stratford Fire Department, you got to check it out online at WTNH.com. Click on Connecticut Style. These guys are wild. They're hot, as we say. If you want to make a donation, go to Connecticut Burn Center, ctburncenter.wtnh.com. Okay, ctburncenter.wtnh.com. Up next, Care Code Continuum of Care is working to maintain independence and dignity at home. We'll fill you in right after the break.
Very good. Thank you so much.
People in Ansonia say drivers are going way too fast in their neighborhood.
I can say without a doubt I've seen people go up the street 90 miles an hour.
And they say cops aren't doing anything about it.
They asked News 8 to come take a look at what they're dealing with at all hours.
Well, we listened to your concerns. We asked the cops to deal with this problem. And now we're happy to see patrols in this neighborhood. Who's got your back? News 8.
Starry nights, city lights, comfort galore at an uptown price.
Not at My Bob's.
Why pay $2,500 or more elsewhere?
My Bob's is different, and here's why. Mine is only $9.99.
You want the best for your family, and the best doesn't always happen. When you've got to climb the rough side of the mountain, fear nothing. You need not go it alone. I'm attorney John Haymond. I've fought all my life for what I know is right. If you've been injured, remember this number, 1-800-HAYMOND. You'll always find help here. I'm John Haymond, and that's my promise.
Excellent quality, superb choice, and lower prices than anywhere else around. Can such a remarkable place really exist?
Surprise! Quality, choice, and value. That's My Bob's way.
CareCo is dedicated to keeping seniors and physically disabled people independent and safe in their own homes. Here to tell us about the many services and programs are Helga Fanner, founder, and Dan James, the administrator at CareCo Medical. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
So, Helga, I think first you should tell us a little bit about the organization.
Oh.
Where to start, right?
Where to start? It's somewhat large at this point, and CareCo Medical is just newly licensed, so this is the newest portion of our company.
Okay.
And Dan is our administrator.
It's for skilled care, for skilled nursing care.
Okay. What would you say the mission is?
We want to provide in-home care. We're dedicated to keeping people at home, keeping them safe, and keeping them happy.
Okay. Now, how do you know if a loved one would be qualified for the program?
Well, usually a home care referral could be initiated really at any time by anybody. A lot of times referrals are initiated after hospitalizations, but it doesn't have to necessarily be after hospitalization. It could be a change in mental status. There could be a new medication that somebody was put on, a wound, somebody who needs wound care in home.
Okay.
So those are things that trigger.
Got it. And we talk about in-home nursing assessment. What is that about?
Well, I mean, that's part of the initial assessment.
Okay.
That's the visit. That's when the nurse comes out initially, talks about the program, and really kind of finds out what type of services are going to be needed in a particular situation.
Now, how many people do you provide services to?
We are actually quite new, but we have around 100 you know, within our, or actually quite a bit more than 100 within Careco's continuum.
And it's growing, right?
And it's growing, not necessarily in Careco Medical yet.
Okay. So, Dan, you're part of a trio that we're going to hear a little later.
Right.
What's the trio?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. It's kind of cool.
I've been doing music for a long time, and Sandra Dalton, and I started this trio, and she brought Rick, her son, who was, we're fortunate to get him to come along with us, and we decided we're going to start doing nursing homes. We first started at Colchester Rehab, the Apple Rehab in Colchester, and that was our first gig.
I think we're looking at some video here.
Yeah, this is really, I mean, this is a dementia unit that we were on, and it's amazing to see the connection that music makes with the patients, and it's just a good feeling. It's great. It's great to be part of.
What's the reaction? To the
Well,
patients?
you'd be surprised. I mean, you may think that somebody's not quite there, but just, you know, you can
They'll
see
be
little
mouthing
movements.
the words and
Either singing along,
clapping, and
their feet get
their
moving,
feet get moving.
and you know there's a
Really
connection
nice.
being made there, and it's quite amazing.
And it's going to be exciting for you all when you do these tours.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Where's the next tour?
That's a good question. I guess we'll wait and see what
Right?
happens.
They can call us.
They can give us a call.
That's great.
Absolutely.
In fact, let's put some information up on the screen here. Careco Continuum of Care. You can call 1-888-982-2731 or visit their website, carecocontinuum.com. And this is great because we are in for a special treat after the break. We're going to hear the performance.
Yes.
Very nice. All right. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Teresa.
And stay with us. The Dalton James Trio performs after the break. We'll be right back.
Tried to maneuver through this maze of love, and now that she's with me, yeah, getting lost will be fun. Will be fun. Will be fun.
Hi, I'm Keith Trantolo. This is my dog Taj. I love dogs. I've been around them my whole life. Sit. Unfortunately, I've also been bitten by a dog. I understand. I've experienced the pain, the frustration, and the anxiety, and unfortunately sometimes the scarring that goes along with being bitten by a dog. If this is something that's happened to you, please call me. I'd like to help. 888-TRAN-TOLO.
Discover fun for the whole family at the Dinosaur Place in Oakdale, Connecticut, in the heart of Mystic Country. Come face to face with over 30 life-size dinosaurs, find adventures in a real maze, see an erupting volcano, then cool off in the region's largest splash pad. The fun never stops at the Dinosaur Place, both outdoors and indoors. Dig for gemstones in the Jackpot Mine, pan for gold, and keep what you find. So much to do, so much to see. Season passes now available.
If these legs could talk, they'd say, this year, we're not going to sit on the sidelines. We're not going to wear long pants in July. Now that we're free from those uncomfortable varicose veins, we're going to show them what we can do. And show off a little, too.
Varicose and spider veins can keep you from doing the things you love with the ones you love. And they only get worse if left untreated. So call Vein Clinics of America or visit veinclinics.com.
Listen to your legs and jump back into life.
Check this out. It's called the Sky High Water Slide. It was created by a boy named Daniel from Waterford. Daniel was the May winner of Lake Compounds and News8's Coloring to Ride contest. I love it. It's gorgeous. T?
Pretty cool, and there's still time to enter to win a family 4-pack of tickets. Parents, ask your kids ages 6 to 12 to draw a picture of their dream water slide, color it, name it, and take a picture of it, then upload the picture onto the entry form at ConnecticutStyle.tv. Winning artwork will be featured at Lake Compounds. All right, we're back here in the kitchen, and we've had some munchies already. It's been delightful.
What are the chances I'm going to actually have two Teresas like this? This is like Teresa, and then there's really Teresa.
Yeah.
Adi, what do you think? When you have everybody in your kitchen, what would you tell them to do right now, Teresa?
To eat the wonderful food. Manja,
No,
manja. Manja via mia.
Manja via mia.
My children. How's that?
That's great. Well, we're going to continue, but Helga, I want to ask you one last thing about Careco. If you have a loved one with a long-term insurance policy, they can get a hold of you.
Yes, absolutely. And we'll send a nurse out that can do an assessment, maneuver through, whatever paperwork to get the policy started.
And it can be overwhelming.
Yes, it can, and we'll gladly do it for them. Just call us.
Nice to hear. Okay.
Nothing worse than paperwork. If you got somebody else that can help you with paperwork.
Absolutely.
Teresa handles all my paperwork. Yeah. And texting and all my stuff. It's really cool. Hey, thank you so much for being here. I think you should be our permanent guest and cook for us every day, okay?
Call me anytime.
Call you anytime. I love it.
And Frankie, this is wonderful.
You heard this. We got this on tape. Big Daddy, call Teresa anytime.
Anytime.
She's going to tell us how to make her special sauce.
Absolutely.
All right, don't forget. And the 21st, of course, is when the big festival is going to be, right?
We have wonderful food.
Wonderful food.
Everything is being prepared right on the feast grounds.
Oh, I love
so
it.
Come
All
down.
right, and don't forget.
All kinds, sergeant peppers, fish, and the old staple, pasta fagioli.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, my
That's
gosh.
terrific.
All right, we got to take off. As we promised, Kirko and the Dalton James Trio will close the show with Maze of Love. Take it away, guys.